Hi there. I wanted to talk about the planetary influences that we are all experiencing right now. In particular, I wanted to talk about Jupiter and Venus. Jupiter moved into Sagittarius on November 5th. Venus recently joined Jupiter in Sagittarius on November, I believe it was 21st. Jupiter and Venus are both gurus. All planets are gurus. They're called Grahas in Sanskrit. Graha literally means to grasp or to seize. Planets actually grasp or seize us to impart their lessons onto us. Jupiter and Venus are in particular called gurus. Jupiter is the guru of the divine beings, of the gods, of the devas, and Venus is the gurus of the asuras. What does this mean? Jupiter teaches us the higher principles in life. It teaches us the otherworldly stuff. It gives us hope, inspiration, something higher and beyond this world to aspire towards. Venus, on the other hand, actually teaches us about worldly stuff. It teaches us about materialism. It teaches us about wealth, desires, pleasure, other people, how to be in relationship with other people, how to compromise, cooperate, and accommodate. So Jupiter, in essence, teaches us about otherworldly stuff, something that is beyond this world, and Venus teaches us something of this world, how to live in this world. They both seem very in contrast to each other, but both their lessons are really important for our evolution. Why do I say that? I've often seen, and Adida has talked about it, most spiritual seekers, most yogis who are seeking their higher self, they're seeking enlightenment, moksha, whatever. Most spiritual seekers will have a skewed up relationship with the Venus principles in life. They'll have a skewed up relationship with either money, sex, food, or social egoity. So they are actually trying to access Jupiter or Jupiter principles at the expense of Venus or Venus principles. A spiritual seeker cannot progress until and unless they have a normalcy with their relationship in terms of food, sex, money, and social equity. How does one normalize Venus principles? The answer is simple. It is Saturn. Saturn is exalted in a Venus sign, and if you access Saturn, it helps to bring normalcy to Venus principles. How? Saturn is that part of us that brings pressure. It brings pressure of time. It brings pressure of consequence. It brings FOMO, fear of missing out. I had to say that, I'm a millennial. It brings in fears of consequence. So Saturn really brings in that pressure, which makes us refine Venus principles in order to seek our higher self. In theory, it sounds great. In practice, we just go around in circles. Saturn and Ketu are also in the sign of Sagittarius. So Sagittarius has these 4 planets: Saturn, Ketu, Venus, and Jupiter. So there's a lot of energy there. Ketu is bringing in a deep disgust. It's bringing in a deep disgust with systems, with organizations, with our ways of being. And then Saturn is bringing in that pressure. Of course, we have Jupiter and Venus both in the nakshatram of Mula. Mula is where the plane of the galaxy passes through. It is it's symbolized with goddess Kali and is related to uprooting stuff. So it's a great time to uproot and transform things or ways of being that do not serve us anymore, and then realign to our higher purpose. Watch out for scandals or secrets being revealed, especially in organizations or any organized structures like the governments of the world, politics, corporations, or your relationship with the other person. Notice manipulations. Notice whether you are manipulating or you're being manipulated. It's a great time to take inventory of everything that doesn't serve us anymore. We cannot be passive. We really need to act. But we have Mars in Libra right now, and it's joined with Mercury. Mercury has just turned direct. Mercury is strong in Libra because Libra is an air sign. It represents intellect. Mercury is intellect. So Mercury does well, but it also inhibits Mars principles, and Mars is our ability to take action. So notice being caught up in your ideas and not being able to take action. We have Rahu, which is directly opposite Jupiter, Venus, Ketu, and Saturn. Rahu is in Gemini. It's bringing in the necessary curiosity, the necessary intellect to pursue things that is beyond us, that is higher than us. We also have a new moon coming up. The new moon is in the nakshatram of Anuradha. The sun and the moon come together in the nakshatram of Anuradha, and it's a beautiful nakshatram in terms of devotion. Anuradha literally means following Radha, or the one that comes after Radha. The previous nakshatra is Vishaka, which is Radha. Radha and Krishna were great friends. There was a divine friendship. So the new moon in the nakshatram of Anuradha is urging us to develop divine friendships or cooperation with others, so we can move through these transformative times, which can create a lot of upheaval. It can make and break systems. It can make and break corporations and organizations and structures that have been in place for a really long time. We really need to be really great friends with each other, to cooperate with each other, and the new moon brings in that energy to actually put aside our ego, to put aside our own insecurities, and work together as a global community to elevate the planet, to elevate ourselves, to elevate our own souls to the next higher level. We cannot be passive anymore. A lot is at stake.